From active to passive. In this video, I will show you how you can create the passive voice in all the different German tenses, and I will show you on examples how you make an active sentence a passive sentence in every single German tense. It's easier than you think it is. Hi, my name is Jan and I'm your German teacher here on EasyDeutsch, your YouTube channel for German grammar. Today's topic is the passive again. That's the third video out of this in this series about the German passive voice. And today I will give you an overview about the passive in all the different tenses and how you can make an active sentence a passive sentence. So let's switch right now into my ebook. So we're here now in my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily. Today's topic is passive voice again, so the German Vorgangspassiv. And today I will not simply explain you the different passive there is. I will show you a way how you can take an active sentence and make a passive sentence out of it. And I will show you this in all the different tenses. So let's jump right there. Here in my ebook and we jump to the lesson. So first of all, let's have a look at the passive tense in all different tenses. So it's pretty much, that's the base form, and then we take this and put it into its respective tense, and just by applying the regular rules. So first we start with present tense. That's the basic one, right? We have werden plus Partizip 2. That's the basic one. Now we want to put it into Präteritum. We simply take the werden and make it the Präteritum version of it, which is wurden. If we want to do the perfect tense, we do the exact same thing. Werden uses sein as helping verb, so that's why sein here. We keep the Partizip 2, past participle, and pay attention, here there's something a little bit special. We add worden, not geworden, we add worden, so no double participles, it's worden. Why that is, and when you actually have to use the worden, I have a video about werden itself. I will link that for you in the info cards there. It's explained when you use geworden and when you use worden. And Plusquamperfekt is the same thing. Remember, Plusquamperfekt is just the helping verb sein in its Präteritum version. We do the exact same thing here. Waren. And future tense, future one, is the werden future, so we add another werden. So we have two werdens here now in the second position and at the end. And the future two, which is very rare, even in passive voice, is sein plus past participle plus worden plus sein again. This is again the default creation of all those tenses. If you struggle with those tenses yet, please check out my playlist about the German tenses that I will link in the info cards for you right now. So let's have a look now at the different tenses. Before we do that, how do we actually transform an active sentence into a process passive, so Vorgangspassiv sentence? We take the accusative object and make it the subject of the sentence. Pay attention, subject here doesn't mean the person or the thing that is performing the action. It simply means the grammatical subject, so the one that tells you how to conjugate the verb, the one that's a nominative case. Then we remove or replace the subject with von plus the noun of the subject in the dative case. Sounds complicated, you will see what I mean with the examples. And then we simply conjugate the auxiliary verb werden and put the main verb in the past participle, so the Partizip 2. So let's have a look here at the present tense there. That's done in the exact same way. Active, der Mann öffnet das Fenster, so the man opens the window. Passive, we put werden plus Partizip 2. And first step, accusative object, which is das Fenster, becomes the subject, so nominative, das Fenster wird vom Mann geöffnet. Here we take the subject and either just leave it out, the active subject, or put a von in front of it, and then it becomes dative because of the preposition von. Remember, von is a dative preposition, so always followed by dative and then participle, and that's it. And that's how it works with all of them. So this accusative becomes the nominative here in the passive. Same in the second example. Die Frau liest das Buch, so the woman reads the book. We take the accusative object because that's what we're using to perform the action. Das Buch wird von der Frau gelesen. So the book is been read by the woman. Who is reading the book is not so important here. If we want to put it in there, we do it, but it's not really necessary to do so. And in the other tenses, we follow the same structure. In perfect tense here, der Mann hat das Fenster geöffnet. So the man has opened the window. Becomes das Fenster ist vom Mann geöffnet worden. So here again sein, das Partizip 2 plus worden. Sein, Partizip 2, worden. Or active, die Frau hat das Buch gelesen, so the woman has read the book, becomes das Buch ist von der Frau gelesen worden. It's simply the structure werden plus participle put into the tense itself. Same here with Präteritum. Der Mann öffnete das Fenster wurde vom Mann geöffnet. Werden in Präteritum. Die Frau las das Buch, the woman read the book. Das Buch wurde von der Frau gelesen. By the way, this is the more common version because remember, both past tenses don't really have a big difference in German, but we prefer kind of the passive with wurde versus with Präteritum because it's shorter and a little bit simpler. If you still don't know when to use perfect, when to use Präteritum, I link my video about this topic in the info cards here for you. So let's have a look at the past perfect. So the German word for it would be Plusquamperfekt. Der Mann hatte das Fenster geöffnet. So the man had opened the window becomes das Fenster war vom Mann geöffnet worden. So the window was opened by the man. So here you'd have the same structure, just put the werden in this tense that you have to create and then use that helping word worden at the end. Same with future one. Der Mann wird das Fenster öffnen. So the man will open the window. Das Fenster wird vom Mann geöffnet werden. We put werden plus participle, past participle into the future tense, which is add another werden and put the werden here at the end, and that's infinitive, and the past participle stays where it is. And in the last tense, the future two or perfect future, der Mann wird das Fenster geöffnet haben. So the man will have opened the window becomes das Fenster wird vom Mann geöffnet worden sein. So the window will have been opened by the man. You see, it's also quite complicated in English. It is in German here as well. That's a lot of verbs in a row. So that's kind of complicated, but that's very rare that you actually have to use this one. It's more about like, understand it. It's not really in use. Like from B2 onwards, maybe sometimes you will encounter this, but before, not really. And now you know how to make an active sentence, a passive sentence in every single German Zeitform, in every single German tense. If you have any further questions about that, please do not hesitate to write them in the comment section below. Also, this is just the third video out of this series. So if you're watching this just a little bit later, here you will have already the next one lined up in the playlist for you about the impersonal passive. So those is a little bit a special kind of Vorgangspassiv with some words that usually can't use passive at all, but yes, with the impersonal passive version, they still can use the passive voice, because remember, Germans love passive. So check this out. If you have any further questions, please write them in the comment sections below. But if not, I hope I will see you in the next video. But until then, don't forget to share my video, like it, and of course, if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And maybe if you want to support me even further, you can buy the ebook that you've just seen here. The link to this ebook and to the other 9 you will find also in the video description. You can just buy them directly from my website, from my store. thank you very much in advance. If you haven't done it yet, or if you've bought them already, thank you very much. It's a great support for me so that I can continue with my work here and explain the German grammar to you in an easy to understand way. And then see you next time in the next video, and until then, viel Spaß und Erfolg beim Deutschlernen.